Hi all and welcome to another Trails video. This time around we are looking into the tire chains and we are trying to see how do they perform in all seasons. Do you remember our testing ramp that we used to test 80 tires from our videos? You know, that one that allows us to see which tire outperforms another tire? Well, that ramp has a limit, and the limit applies to all cars in winter. And we wanted to see how we can reach that limit. This is how we ended up looking into chains. But chains can only be supposedly used in one season, and this will not be practical in our trails culture. We want maximum use and optimal installation, so we set up to do just that. Find a way to easily install chains and to see how useful and resistant they are even in summer times. A 4-ton air jack, which is quite cheap, can easily do the job, allowing you to install very fast 2 chains in the same time. Oh yeah, and when you are facing traffic on the mountain roads, trust me, chains will be an advantage. Hey, and since we are here, we would like to mention that we have secured a new voucher from Autodoc, which is an automotive parts site with great prices, even greater prices on their mobile application. Yes, they differ, so feel free to check them out and enjoy our voucher. To achieve our testing objectives, we did all sorts of tests that would simulate a normal off-road user, but we also did not readjust the chains after installation. We decided to use the smallest practical size, which is a 9mm, but we selected a brand that we knew was strong and resilient. What you are seeing now is a difficult maneuver because it means repositioning the car between small ditch lanes while going down a mountain. The chains allow you to climb the ditches and they keep your back from sliding too much sideways. You should avoid doing this in real scenarios. Get down off the car and choose your lanes before descent. We decided to test the Koenig 9 Zip in our stress test. They are one of the cheapest but strongest chains, and that 9mm would mean that it will break before any damage could happen due to torsion stress in the chain. They install pretty easily and they do not seem to rust with even the minimal care. One of the key advantages of chains besides traction is their lateral grip and lateral stability. This is how accidents in off-road happen. If you lose your back wheel's footing, then the front of the car is in trouble and it will also slide, and you end up in a serious predicament. Now you may think lateral stability in summer. Well, this is a good example why you need that, even in summer. Remember that these are only just 9mm chains. Will they break? Let's see at the end. Okay, now let's go back a little bit into the past, and you can clearly see in this remaining footage how the cars fails once they lose grip. Here we have no chains, just different AT tires or winter tires. Nobody climbed in any year as soon as the snow was there. No matter the temperature, they all failed. Have a look at this incline, this ramp. It has steps, and these steps prevent the driver from using too much inertia, too much speed. This is why it's all up to the tires to climb. It's basically the perfect place to test in the middle of nowhere. You may wonder why we are showing you so many fails. Well, because we learned that people need to see with their eyes the differences, and they need to see more failures than wins to really understand the difference.
It's easy to
Ești Euro 6? Las-o pe liber! Ușor!
Now let's see the impossible, a stop on a ramp that no car could stop on, and above that you can witness a full start in the climb itself. This is from a stop position. This is beyond 50% traction increase, and it proves without a doubt that the chains do count by a lot. See for yourself how effortless they climb, how easy it is with chains to conquer places that were difficult before. This is a really good investment. So yeah, summer and winter they seem to work quite well. So let's go back to see if we can damage them in the Koenig stress test. It still seems impossible, doesn't it? Look at those rocks. And we used to drive off that mountain for about 5 hours. That's a lot of rocks for the chains to handle. So let's reserve those next 4 minutes for you to enjoy some beautiful scenery of those chains in action. If this is enough tire and change footage for you, then we recommend you skip at the end where we reserve some other interesting footage that you might enjoy. As a pleasant surprise, at the bottom of the mountain, we stumble upon other group members that were biking off that mountain, so they can confirm our findings. No damage whatsoever was detected on those chains and tires. See how easy it is to take them off? Same goes for the installation. This is the biggest showstoppers for chains, and we provide you with a solution for that. The air jack can also be used to lift your car if it gets stuck on its belly, so it's a win-win for having it in the car. Now let's enjoy the bonus footage. You can clearly see what happens here. And always be careful in such scenarios. Always triple check. Always reposition the cars before choosing to move. Even if you touch here, it's better to touch the car a little than to risk getting too close to the edge of the mountain. Drive safe, drive carefully. This is something that we are imposing to our members. Always get your ass off that car and analyze the trajectory for yourself before engaging it. This is extremely important in off-road. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to share, like and subscribe. It helps a lot. You are the best.